Hello guys, I'm Danny Burke. We've done quite a lot of Twitter themed videos over the past few months on this channel, but you know one thing we haven't actually talked about? Twitter itself, as in the website. So here for you today is a top 10 shocking facts about Twitter. At number 10, the first off-Earth tweet was posted by NASA astronaut TJ Creamer on January 22nd, 2010 when he was on board the International Space Station. It read, "Hello Twitterverse, we are now live tweeting from the International Space Station, the first live tweet from space, more soon send questions." Pretty historic tweet, but these days astronauts tweet from space almost every single day. Alright, next up at number 9, the fastest a person has ever gone from 0 to 1 million followers on Twitter is Caitlyn Jenner, who joined Twitter on June 1st, 2015 and got 1 million followers in just 4 hours and 3 minutes. That is an incredible record. To put that in perspective, the previous record was held by Robert Downey Jr. and he did it in 23 hours and 20 minutes, almost 6 times as long. Coming in at number 8, Twitter used to be called Twitter, spelled like this. Noah Glass, one of the developers for Twitter, came up with this odd spelling of the word after being inspired by the spelling of Flickr, and also the 5-character length of American SMS shortcodes. Also, they couldn't actually use twitter.com even if they wanted to, because that domain name was already taken. Apparently, it wasn't until 6 months after Twitter's launch that they finally bought the domain name, and Twitter could be found at twitter.com. At number 7, the most tweets per second ever recorded was on August 3rd, 2013 in Japan, when the site clocked 143,199 tweets per second during a TV screening of the popular Japanese movie Castle in the Sky. Now, it plays on TV there every single year and has become a bit of an annual tradition for many Japanese people to sit and watch it and tweet about it. At key moments during the movie, certain words are chanted and viewers tweeted those words out at the same time, which was the reason for so many tweets. Coming in at number 6, on November 11th, 2008, the 1 billionth tweet was sent out. It was a huge landmark for Twitter. It took 2 years and 3 months to get to that 1 billionth tweet. These days, it takes about a week for 1 billion tweets to be sent out. Sometimes I think I might be running out of tweets over on our Dumbest Tweet series, but 1 billion tweets being sent out a week makes me think I won't. Next up at number 5, the most retweeted tweet of all time was by talk show host Ellen DeGeneres, who tweeted out a selfie at the 2014 Oscars of her with a whole bunch of stars, including Jennifer Lawrence, Brad Pitt, Lupita Nyong'o and Jared Leto. Now so far, it's been retweeted over 3.2 million times. It's the most retweeted tweet by a mile. If you want to know which tweets came just behind that as the most retweeted tweets of all time, then we've done the most retweeted tweets of all time video on our channel, so go and check that out. Moving on to number 4, the first tweet ever sent was on the 21st of March 2006 by CEO Jack Dorsey. He said, "Just setting up my Twitter," with the old spelling of the word like we talked about earlier. That makes Twitter about 11 years old at the time of recording. In a few more years there will be millions of kids using Twitter who are actually younger than the first tweet ever sent. That's kind of trippy. At the number 3 spot, Twitter used to be called Status. This was just a holding name during the early days when Twitter didn't actually have a name yet. They later tried calling it Twitch because of the way a phone vibrates from a notification, but it just didn't feel right. Then they grabbed a dictionary and they came across the word Twitter. The definition was a short burst of inconsequential information. It was perfect. The second definition below was chirps from a bird, which obviously was the inspiration for their iconic logo. And speaking of that logo, at number 2, I'm sure you all recognize the little blue bird. But did you know its name? No? Did you even know it had a name? Well, it's called Larry. Yes, Larry is named after the legendary NBA basketballer Larry Bird. It seems like the creators were already a fan of him before they came up with the logo, and the fact that his surname is Bird was just too good to pass up. And finally at number 1, on August 23rd, 2007, former Google developer Chris Messina sent out a tweet that said, "How do you feel about using hashtag, the pound symbol, for groups, as in hashtag barcamp," and then followed by a message. Now this is the first known usage of a hashtag on Twitter. Apparently Chris got a lot of hate for it in the beginning, but he said he knew that it was the simplest thing that would actually work if large groups of people wanted to join a conversation about the same topic. 2 days later, another tech developer suggested that it should be called a hashtag, and the rest is #history. Alright guys, those were 10 interesting facts about Twitter for you. I personally love learning the history side of Twitter because now that it is over 10 years old, people don't really know much about the early days. What other social media sites would you like us to give you 10 facts about? We haven't done a YouTube one yet, so that could be fun. Let me know either way down below. I'm Danny Burke and I'll see you all in the next video.